I decided not to commentate the final match of Swiss, just because it was a very long game. It was like 40 minutes long about. But anyway, this is just give you a taste of what happened. Is Tristan installed a lot of ice, trashed all my programs, and gave me a couple brain damage to boot. We were both at 5 points, but he managed to score the final 2 out. I think with the biotic labor. So it was a long game. It was took a lot of brain damage and lost all my precious programs. But he played a good game and won it out. But I did have a good enough score to get into the top 16 elimination match. I believe Tristan got in as well. So I am playing Padron here in the first game. Padron I played before in a store championship in Santa Clara. Super nice guy. I think he's from Fresno. Crazy Squirrel, I'm guessing, is a game store in Fresno. So he came up with a few of the Fresno guys. And yeah, super nice guy. I really like playing against Padron. Yeah, so he's playing NBN Making News, and I have Gabe on the left. And let's see how far we get here into this elimination round, this double elimination bracket. The new format for these tournaments. This is the first tournament I played in that had the double elimination bracket. And I have to say I really like it. I think it's a big improvement over the old format. So, you just focus on winning every game. So I think that was a mulligan there from NBN at the start. And I'm keeping my hand. I have a sure gamble. Looks like an Armitage, so my economy is set here. Desperado. Yeah, this is a pretty solid opening. I don't really have much in terms of breakers, so that could be bad. But I have a very strong economy from the start. Looks like he mulliganed into a decent hand. He has ice. Okay. And he leaves R&D open. So with the Desperado out, I really like to see that. I can leverage a Desperado here on a guaranteed run. So I'm running HQ first. He's letting me in. So that's interesting. And I see the closed accounts. So that is definitely good to know if I want to start getting account siphons going. Wow, and I just top deck there a Beal off R&D, so off to a very strong start here. At this point, it was funny. Padron kept saying, Desperado, my mom taught me right. He kept saying that, and I couldn't figure out what he was talking about. He kept saying that. I thought he was talking about the lyrics from that song, but he was just saying, that I got to take the Desperado credit. I forgot it there in R&D, so yeah, that's what that was about. He just was insisting that I take it, and I just couldn't figure out what he was talking about. So he reses the pad campaign and gets Jackson Howard going. So I should probably take care of that pad campaign pretty soon here. With the Desperado out, it's not too expensive to trash. Looking at 3 credits to trash when I'm up on the money like this. And he's using Jackson again. So that was his turn. He's going to be discarding some cards here. So I must have been wrong. It actually looks like he doesn't have much ice. I think I probably saw some other cards that I thought were ice in his hand there. So I'm checking the top of R&D again, just going to get my credit and get some information at the very least. And I see a SanSan. Just decide to take care of it. And so I'm trying to get him to res at HQ ice, and if he doesn't, then I get my Gabe money. So Gabe, that core ID, I know people really like Andromeda, but man, when Gabe is working out, it is hard to deny how much money that ID will give you. Not many IDs that give you 2 credits a turn, most of them are based on giving 1 credit a turn. With the exception of Wizard. What I like about Gabe is that it's totally dependent on the runner. Like Wizard, it's really dependent on the corp in a lot of cases. You could get in there and trash R&D, but trash off of R&D. So I take care of the pad campaign. So it looks like he still might not have drawn any ice yet. He really needs it. Might have been worth trying to kill that Jackson Howard off the start too. I probably could have run archives. My guess is that there's some agendas in there. Because the longer I let that Jackson Howard sit out there, yeah, he's just going to draw him to ice. The ice is definitely in his deck. He's just not drawing it, but with that Jackson Howard, we'll get it for him. No doubt. So he defends Jackson Howard, which is, I would think that that ice would, you'd probably want to put that over R&D, but I guess it totally depends what the ice is. And I can't quite remember what it was in this game. So going in HQ again, the situation has not really changed. He's still at 4 credits. He's not resin the HQ ice, so as long as he's not doing that, I'm just going to keep going in there and at least getting my credits. You know, there may not be any agendas in there, but he's either going to have to spend the money to res it, giving me the information, because he might also just be not resonant because, you know, he's waiting for me to siphon. But I don't need to siphon at this point. You know, my economy is up enough, and so I see the Caduceus. So that is definitely going to be going over R&D on this next turn. And so I need to prepare for that. I think I need to... Alright, so that's marked accounts, and trying to decide if I want to trash that. It's expensive. He's wearing me down here with all these 5-cost trashing assets. Long decision here. So yeah, I do trash it. I just, right now I feel like I'm doing pretty good denying the econ, so I want to keep that going. And so last click I just run archives, and man, that Desperado has given me so much money this game. I don't know how many runs I've made with it so far, but I would guess I've gotten like 6 credits off that. Maybe more. It is so good in the opening like this, especially when you are playing against a corp that didn't get their ice out super early. It just gives you, you're getting all of the information from running and getting all that money. So there's that Caduceus. And all this running, the downside of it is I haven't really been preparing for when ice does get on the table. So I don't have any icebreakers yet. I haven't, I don't think I've drawn a card yet. Yeah, because that sure gambles from the start still. And another remote going down. If Near Earth Hub was not legal for this tournament, I don't believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't. And if it was, then this deck would have been moving a lot faster already. It's installed 3 or 4 remote servers at this point. So it lets me in. I see the Inazuma. That is definitely good to know. When you see Inazuma in NBN, definitely gotta wonder what's coming. Like in HB, it's a lot more obvious. In Jinteki, Wayland and NBN, never quite sure. So I drew into a Fem there. So if he installs ice above one of these servers, I have to be careful with that Fem, because he might have the Inazuma installed over program trashing, and I don't want to lose my Fem. That's something I have to look out for. And he's still at 4 credits. Against NBN, it would probably also be smart for me to try and get down to about 3 cards, just to counter Sweeps weak. So he does play Sweeps and gets 3 for that. I think I have a hand of 4. Installs a server and something in it. So he could be, you know, just taking a gamble here that he hasn't seen any breakers and there's been very little card draw that I've been engaging in. So he might... Let's see if I put it on that remote. I should be able to get into that remote if I do. I'm not sure what... Like, I didn't quite catch what was declared there, but I'm sure we'll find out here. Yeah, so the remote is target, so I'm definitely going in there. So I got, yeah, 3 cards in hand. I'm pretty safe here. And 3 credits should be enough to get through. Okay, so yeah, just Quandary. And that is effectively free. And that time I did forget the Desperado. So, but I got an Astroscript, so that kind of evens out. And that was a bit of luck there, because I drew like 1 or 2 cards and I just got the Fem, and there's the Sneak Door. So next turn I could click Armitage and put Sneak Door down and start going into HQ and do some exploring. Alright, so marked accounts is online. It's the second marked accounts, and he has something installed in that other remote server there. So I have to try and figure out what the chances are that's another Astro down. I don't have enough credits here to really run in there safely. I gotta get up to like 7 to run safely.
Do some code busting for the first click.
Alright, so it looks like I'm probably gonna put down that sneak door this turn. I think that's a decent play. I'm probably not getting into that remote. It would be risky to even try, because Grim could be res there. It might just be a play to try and kill Fem. So I think this is probably a pretty smart play here, a pretty safe play at least. It would be risky to go into that remote. I am risking him taking a... scoring an Astro script. So I score a trash and Ash. So I think he would be scoring out if that was an Astro script. I think he would probably just score it out. And my guess is that he's having some ice problems here, because he really seems to be... yeah, it looks like he's finally getting his ice. But yeah, he didn't draw it in the early game, and I was able to... That's definitely when Gabe capitalizes. So, but I am low on money now. I'm lucky to have Armitage though. So I clean off Armitage, and I'm probably gonna go Sneak Door. Yeah. So that was, I think that's a 4th click run here on Archives, or for Sneak Door. So he's not resin. That's a little odd to me. He probably just doesn't have an agenda in there. And well, that was weird. I thought that was a Sneak Door. Oh. Yeah, I guess he's just deciding to res or not. I don't know. I think I just completely missed something there. I'm not sure what I missed. Yeah, I don't know what just happened there. Because I think I should have accessed a card. We might have just forgot to do that. Alright, so, oh, wow. Yeah, I must not have Sneak Door last turn. Because I think he would have res that.
I will spend 2 clicks to run trash in.
Alright, so I spend my last 2 clicks to prevent getting programs trashed. Just because it's way too expensive to break with credits with a Fem and no data suckers. And so I think he boosted it to trace 3, and I pay 3, but then I get 3 back. So that didn't really give me money, but it at least drained some of his money. But now Sneak Door is just too expensive. So if I get a emergency shutdown, then I think it could be worthwhile to go Sneak Door again, or just go into HQ in the front door. So he's just building up money. I think he has a good bank at this point. So he must just be trying to get some more ice and probably trying to draw into SanSans and maybe Biotic Labors. Although seeing Ash, I'm starting to wonder if this is maybe not... It's probably more of a hybrid deck than a purely fast advanced deck, so it might not have Biotic Labors. So that's first click running on R&D, and he reses to Eli. I think it's probably worth clicking through here. I'm already 1 click in, so I could spend 2 clicks and, you know, maybe I'll get lucky. See an agenda. Oh, okay, so I had a Dirty Laundry, so I don't know that... I think that probably makes sense. So I get lucky and I see a breaking news, and then I get the Dirty Laundry money back. So yeah, instead of just clicking through and getting 1 credit, I Dirty Laundry and, you know, effectively get 4 credits back with that Desperado. Alright, so he spends basically his whole bank and scores out the Astro script.
cards in hand?
Three.
So I'm, you know, NBN getting an Astro Script is really bad, but I'm okay with it. I have his second Astro, so I just have to hope that he doesn't have a Fast Track in hand or his other Astro in hand. I should probably just go trash that SanSan this turn. I think that would be a huge mistake if I don't, because he probably can't even res anything to keep me out. A Quandary would keep me out. Something like a Paper Wall, an Ice Wall. But I think it's worth at least forcing him to res that or just going to kill it. Because if he has a Fast Track in hand, then on his turn he'd be able to score it out, assuming that marked account stays online and the SanSan stays online.
I will run here.
First click.
Yeah.
It's amazing when NBN has their tools online, they need very little money to win the game. Alright, so I run HQ first click, just hoping to maybe just take an agenda and win, or get some credits. That's just my way of spending a click and getting 3 credits, which is a very efficient way to spend time.
So 8 from this. Second click on there.
Okay, so second click I'm going to go take care of that SanSan.
So I will get 1 and then I'll pay 5.
Okay, so that effectively cost me 4 because Desperado is the best console.
Keep this one. I will special order.
Yeah, at this point, I really need to improve my board state. There is some rest here that this game gets away from me. He has some taxing ice up on R&D. Eli is pretty difficult to get through. So I get that special order to get the Corroder. That'll let me buy through Eli. And then I think I have a planned assault in hand. Alright, so yeah, I'm just checking HQ one more time. So I think I have a planned assault in hand, so I can install that Corroder. I could plan assault and indexing, and then I could get through Eli twice to hopefully take the last agenda for the win. So I think that's probably the play I'm looking to execute on. And he's responding to that by icing up a little bit more. And he's at 3 money, so that could be the Caduceus. I don't think we saw that where that Caduceus went yet. So the Caduceus it's expensive to get through, but I can just pay through it with that Fem. Cost 4 to get through, and then 4 to get through the Eli, so that's...
SMC, same old thing. I will use it to special order.
Not sure what's going on here. I'm using 3 clicks here to special order again. Getting a Knight. So I have the Corroder in hand. So I just get a Knight. I'm pretty sure I'm setting up for R&D. But yeah, I definitely didn't have enough credits to index that turn. So I have to assume that that's either a Caduceus or, you know, something like a Quandary or Wall of Static. Something that was just hard in the run. That was a very good call from the core pair, because if he didn't do that, I think I probably would have won on the indexing. Alright, so he drew into that, or had it in hand, and scores it out with the AstroScript token. So you don't usually see NBN use an AstroScript on a Beal like that, unless it's match point. But I think he was just kind of in a position that he felt he needed to. Alright, so first I planned assault for an indexing. And I don't have that much money. I have enough to get through the Eli, so yeah, if he's not resin here. So he went under 3 credits, so if it was 3 credits is what he needed to res that front ice, then he went right under it by scoring out that Beal. So if there is a 2-pointer in there, I should be able to win this.
I guess I'll just
Unless he's able to res that front ice.
real run there. And I'll pay 4, and that's game.
Alright, so the Astro script was put on top there from indexing. So that is the game. Yeah, I think he just had a little bit of bad draw there at the start of the game, but he eventually got his ice, but at that point I think it was just a little bit too late. Anyway, that is the game. So won the first round of double elimination, so I move into the winners bracket, and we'll see how far I go here. So we will have more of these top 16 games soon. Thanks for watching.
I was playing